Happy Monday, everyone. Good afternoon. It is the July 1st, and it's the day we all been waiting for as we are entering the new physical financial year. Deals galore. Manchester United transfer window just got set fire. There's so much news to talk about. Is the Ligt. It's getting lit like Ligt, and apparently Ligt is edging closer to Manchester United. Personal terms seems to be agreed. A 5-year contract has been reported, offered to him. What is that all about? We're going to talk about that, cool and composed. And of course, we, as per this thumbnail as well, 4 potential deals coming in this week. This is Manchester United moving strides at the market as well. Who are the remaining 3? Well, stick around and you will definitely find out as well. And we also, as a bonus, we're going to look at this Southgate compilation funny video because a lot of people say the Southgate don't have tactics, and in the end of the show we're going to play a little bit of a fun clip to honor that as well. But guys, you know what to do. This is MUFC Realist TV Transfer Corner. It is the M&M show, which is Mick and Mark, and you know what to do. Finger that little like button, subscribe if you haven't, because here we apparently bid. Let's do this. Like and subscribe, and see you in 10 seconds.
Has the Premier League ever been more challenging?
Feel welcome. Dit is mijn home and I want to achieve success. Okay?
And success is what we are going to absolutely achieve. This is M, and that's the other M. And what's your name? M?
I'm Mark, and that's Mick. You know how it goes. The M&M show,
you know
guys.
how
What's
it's rolling.
Big
Boom,
up
shakalak,
Sandra
boom.
Meyer. Hope you're well. Yes, we are on fire. And if you have been
We are
listening
on
to
fire.
Mick Ruby for the last couple of weeks, you would know that these things were all a possibility. 100%
Yes,
have to say that, Mick. Sorry about that.
We have been living on a prayer mark, but now we're living on copium, because this is what I've been saying, people. I said nothing is going to happen until July 1st. And lo and behold, what we're seeing here, the appointment of Dan Ashworth coming in and having his stamp and mark and say green lighting the deals. He is officially imminent, meaning he's out of jail. He's no longer in the court of arbitration. What figure did they pay him in order to get out of Newcastle? Nobody cares as long as we move on the market. Mark, that means that the backbone is sorted, the coaching staff is sorted, Ten Hag's contract is sorted. We're getting even, Van de Sar, not Van de Sar. We are getting Van.
Bro, this is teal, bro. This is not blue. This is green.
Dude,
hold on, Mick. Hold on. That's not.
Oh, hey. Listen.
Can't be spotted.
What are you doing in the middle? Are you gonna
live on the stream? That don't work.
Jesus Christ.
That don't
we
work,
got
bro.
Berada. No, wait a minute, Mark. We got Berada in. We got Wilcox in. Now Ashford is confirmed. Gary O'Driscoll, the head of medical. That is the backbone that we needed. And of course, we get Rene Hankel in as assistant manager, together with Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ten Hag's been given his 3 years extension contract. Man, this is now, you know what? I am willing to back this window, and I said this is going to be a very important window. There's a lot of people going out, and who is going out as well. Big up to everyone that's tuning in. It's been a hot minute since M&M was in the house. But whenever M&M gets together, we create a beautiful rap song. One shot, one opportunity. You got to grab it, right?
100%. And as football
100%.
philosophy is saying, time to cook. Ruud van Nistelrooy, Rene Hacker coming in.
Okay.
Sandra Meyer saying, big up Mick and Mark, bring the fire brigade because we are lit. 100%, guys. Afternoon all to the Vuganator. Big up to our Seed Meyer coming in. Big up, bro. What's good, guys? And it's a lot of good news, you know what I mean, Mick? They said they wanted this guy. And as much as I might have been like, and maybe some people might not agree, they got him. They said they wanted Jason Wilcox. They got him. No one know about Barana, but they got him as well.
They got him.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're delivering.
100%.
So you gotta give it to them that they're delivering everything that they're saying. You know what I mean? 150 likes. Yes, let's get to that. Smash those like buttons and don't forget to hit the notification bells, guys.
But 150 likes is better than 115 charges. That's why
any
you took
day
off
of
your
the
blue
week,
shirt.
man. Any day of the week.
Any day of it. So let's get right into it, people. Hope you're doing well this Monday. We saw the England game yesterday. Mark, I could not help myself. I literally sat here and on the 94th minute saying, this is it. England's going to get bottled. Southgate's going to get sacked, and in comes Bellingham with a bicycle kick, overhead kick, and probably historical goal for England. And what does Southgate do? No substitutions other than put in Ivan Toney there. And Toney provided a beautiful assist to Harry Honka Kane, Hurricane, that scored a 2-1 goal. But we're going to look at a very funny clip thanks to the community that provided this at the end. So stick around for that one. Big up for Jarl and Malmin in the house, and Football Philosophy, which is Phil Standish. Big up my brother Phil Standish. Who else is in the house today? Eager to find out information. We have Compost Smurth. I see Brendan Chappell as well. We have Big Booty Latina Hunter, which is pretty much MILF Hunter in another constellation, isn't it?
I think that's his relative, bro. I think they're related because I think I saw them on a stream together, so I'm not too sure. But
or
big
maybe
up to all of them coming in.
Big up, everyone.
And it's exciting times, Mick.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you are watching this in retrospective or you're watching right now, let us get up to minimum 100 likes because YouTube likes those likes. And we likes your likes, and leave a comment in the non-live comment section. We like to read your comments. Sometimes we respond. We try to respond as much as we can, and we give you love hearts and likes and, agree, disagree kind of things. It's so interesting to understand what you guys think in terms of the transfer window. I love this window. I live for the transfer window. Anyway, let's kick on the show, Mark. Listen, how do you feel living in Germany, by the way, with the Euros going on? Germany must be fanatical at the moment, the way it's
right
going.
Now. It's all about football every day of the week. Fans from all different football it is. And it's all about it every day of the week. Fans from all different European nations are gathered in every single city. And luckily for me, the quarterfinals, 2 of them are playing in my city. So I'm going to be enjoying that. I might be going to the game on Friday to watch Portugal play. That's going to be interesting. And what I can tell you, it's also awash with transfer rumors, and a lot of rumors in the last 24 hours solely on Manchester United. And Edward Reed, I know a lot of people are wondering if De Ligt is pacey, but let's focus on the fact that he's always been a high-line centre-back from his inception at Ajax. So one thing is for certain that we can guarantee, he can play the high line. You know what I'm saying?
He can play the high line. He can play the high line.
Yeah, I've seen him in training for Bayern Munich. I've been to a game where Bayern Munich played the home team here in the home field, and in training when they have to do their sprints, he keeps up with some of the fastest guys on the team like Gnabry. So I can't say he's not pacey, but I can say he plays a high line, and that's better than anything else at the moment.
It's the Johan Cruyff Academy. Erik ten Hag, bold and beautiful, has a very high hairline in a way. Like he's bold, Mark, if you understand. But yeah, we're going to dive into that because I did a video this morning to say, look, he ended up in the wrong system, Juventus. Then he got brought into Bayern to play this under Nagelsmann. Then they changed the coach. And then he wasn't favored because there was a different system of play. He's a baller. He has technical abilities. He can drive the ball. He can play a high line. Is he pacey? He's fast enough, right? He's not a Ben Johnson pretty much, but he's definitely that could provide a shield. And he's going to be the right-footed centre-back playing next to Lisandro Martinez, which is a little bit slower. But those two together, one thing that you get with De Ligt is that he never backs down in a duel. And his tackling is sublime, right? His passing is also good, and he's very physical. He doesn't blink 100%.
And here's the next thing. One more thing, Mick, before you go. He also played with Lisandro Martinez as a partner in the season, his best season at Ajax as well. So it's someone familiar he's coming to play next to again. Yeah,
100%. They did. Melis Cast, big up to you as well, my friend. How are you doing? Havertz is a perfect example how manager can change their career. I'm sure Erik ten Hag will make his best again. And that is what you guys have to think about, right? Coming home to Papa Eric again, Papa Eric that actually brought him up at Ajax Academy, and he spread his wings and flew away to Juventus. I remember United were linked at him, but, he chose Juventus. And the reason why he went to Juventus is, from my understanding, is a defender, and where do you get the trades? The best arts school of defending is in Italy, right? The dark arts of defending is Italy. And that was the reason why he went to Italy. Now, of course, it hasn't gone that well. I mean, if the board that has got together with Wilcox, with the Barada, with everyone, like, you know, with Dan Ashworth, discussing with Ten Hag, what is our best alternative? And they all seen something that the Ligt, still 24 years of age, still has a lot of games, like, you know, it hasn't been the best since he left Ajax, but they believe that Ten Hag can get the best out of him, and together with the coaching staff coming in here as well, like, you know, it's going to be Dutch. Anyway, football philosophy, pace is more important when you make mistakes, 100% recovery, but it depends on as well, Phil, as well. I have a feeling we're going to play 3 in the back for some reason. I think we're going to play a 3-5-2 by the looks of it, the way we are moving in the transfer market. But anyway, let's get right into the story. Big up Phil as well. Let's switch to the stage, my friend, and let's recap what's been going on in the timeline regarding the Ligt. I thought that this was more of a rumor coming out from the press, you know, from his agent leaking up, but this is kind of picking up the pace at the moment, and this is looking like hot. And by the way, guys, here it is. If we can remove Phil's comments as well, please, so we can actually see the whole stage. Big up to you. Guys, just a friendly reminder, we go into mufcrealisttv, go into the transfer ratings and put your ratings in. What do you think this is? Like, is it 70%? Is it 80%? Is it almost a done deal, 100%? Put your votes in right now. It stems originally from, let me say, from last week, from David Ornstein tweeting out regarding this, which sent a little bit of a surprise that they started the negotiations, starting to inquire. Now it's been told even Florian Plettenberg is getting in when he is Mr. Bayern. He understands German football, whatever comes down to Bayern Munich, Florian, right? He said, been told that Manchester United and FC Bayern are now in contact about a permanent deal for Matthijs de Ligt, right? Understood that the Ligt agent Rafaela Pimenta, if you don't know who Rafaela Pimenta is, she's the one that took over from Mino Raiola, because Matthijs de Ligt was a Mino Raiola client, working on a top solution. So this was 6-7 hours ago, and a lot of things has come out since then. De Ligt is keen to join Manchester United, and Ten Hag has reported as well, but there is no total agreement as of yet, as per my understanding, right? We'll see more. What does it say? De Ligt can sign a contract until 2029 as per Mike Verville, yeah? So this is the stem, how it started, to be honest. And then beautiful people, that then it's been going on and on the whole rest of the day. This is a 5 years contract. At least has received a contract proposal apparently right now. This is coming from the Telegraph to say MUFC Realist TV are in talks. I wish it was, but MUFC are in talks with Bayern over a possible transfer for Matthijs de Ligt. Moving on, this is the Dan Sheldon coming in. Just in as well, Matthijs de Ligt has received a contract proposal from United to sign a 5 years contract. An agreement is expected very soon. This is coming from the Telegraph. So this has been now picking up a lot of pace, to be honest. And Dan Ashworth has said to be responsible coming in here, having his final say regarding all the transfers, including Sofiane Amrabat as well. Fulham are now also exploring a move from Scott McTominay, and we're also going to probably see like Scott McTominay, Luke Shaw coming out, what I've been hearing as well, and also Harry Maguire, potentially Rashford. This is a transfer window I have never seen so far. Nothing as of yet, but there is no smoke without fire, man. What do you reckon, Mark? What do you reckon? What do you call this on a hotometer rate? Do you think
90%?
Does it look like?
In Germany, they're saying it's done. Lunchtime, Christian Falk already said it was a
done deal.
Practically a done deal. You know what I mean? In a report when he was talking lunchtime to the German media. So in my honest opinion, you know, it's just a matter of moments before we had the official announcement. I feel like the moment he agreed the deal and we sent him the package, we already in talks with Bayern Munich, already have a fair assessment on what the price is that we need to pay to get him out of there. And
30
it's going to be
million
done quickly.
Reported.
Yeah, so
it's
I think
reported to be, yeah. It's reported that Manchester United are willing to pay £30 million for him, and that's about it, yeah? It's also reported that he's agreed personal term and he's lowered down his wages. And so the wages run to be about £200 per week up to 220. Something that I've been hearing in the round of that figures. Can you concur that, Mark, as well?
Well, apparently they were saying something with the bonuses. If United get into UCL and stuff, it will bump up next season, like other players, to somewhere in the region of 225. But currently, it's going to be something in the region of like 180 to 200 basic, what he's going to come in on, which I'm not too mad about. I think it's fair. I think we're going to cut the wage bill a fair bit amount again as well. There's possibilities that, you know, you might see 1 or 2 players leave that are on big wages, might just cut the budget another 400 to 500K a week. And bringing him in on 200K a week, I think it's going to be one of the most expensive per week signings that we have. I think even if we were to sign Rabiot, it may not be that much more. It's not that bad, especially when you think about it. He's 24 and what he's going to offer us. If he comes and hit the ground running, it's 200K a week well spent, in my opinion.
Yeah, but on the other hand, Mark, as well, we can argue to the point that, you know, Rafael Varane was over on 350K a week, expensive salary. Like you get in a Matthijs de Ligt, you pay 30 million pounds for him and put him on a 200K a week. That's still a savings, Mark, you know, if you look at that way. And plus also, like, you know, you look at the overall wage bill in terms of Casemiro also leaving. He was close to 18 million a year as well. So this is a smart, astute signing. I mean, he's still 24, young. I mean, people might think, oh, De Ligt has been around for ages, like he's old, but he's only 24, right? So yeah, for me, this could be make it or break it. But if they have decided, as I said earlier as well, if the footballing operation people have looked at it and given it the green light, then I'm backing this, right? Because they know more than we. They've seen more than we. We are not the scouting people. We are not the P&L holders or accountants. We're just the fans with opinions. And perhaps some fans out there are disappointed because they wanted a more sexier signing. But wait, there is even more. There's even more. There is the Todibo deal as well, which the United are chasing and might sign for 25 million, 20 million pounds, you know, as a backup as well. Look, we are going to be cooking there because it looks like we are looking to sell McTominay as well, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Lindelof. We are totally rebuilding that back line. They've done the strategic review. They understood what the problem is, as per my understanding, what I've been hearing as well. And they want to totally rebuild it. There was no jinx when they say fire sells. So yeah, listen, they say it's impossible to do one thing in one summer. But I think where Ineos is now coming in with the full force strength, when everyone is on place, they want to do a statement of intent. Like, you know, we are here to make business and we're going to make some marquee signings. We're going to, you know, please the fans, right? We're not here to sort of win trophies in 5 years. No, we're here right now, 18 months. Let's do this, people. And I am excited. It's not often you see me excited over transfer window, but maybe it's time for me to catch a breath. Mark, what do you have to say more about this?
I think it's going to be interesting. Like you know, football. Like guys are mentioning in the chat exactly what I was thinking as well. I see Brendan Chappell is saying it. The lid's supposed to be somewhere in the region of 50 million euros. What I've been hearing today from reports is that he's more in the region of 41 million euros. So
which is 30 million pounds.
Which is 30 million pounds. So when Mick said 30 million pounds, I'm like, yeah, that sounds right about on the mark. So, like, I understand the price, but just remember, most of the prices quoted are in euros, especially when you're talking about the Netherlands news, German news, any media from the European side. Pounds is only spoken about in England in translation. So it's going to be a good deal. I think anything less than 40 million pounds is awesome. You know what I mean? Because if you look at it, Branthwaite is 70 million, and I don't think he has the experience of this guy. I think
that deal is gone.
But you know, it's gone.
Yeah, no. Branthwaite is gone. It's the first. It's gone. Khalas, gone. Boom, bash, bish, bada bish. But you know what? I want to see what the comment section is saying. Sandra May is big up to you as well. And Composman flopped so bad at Juve, Bayern paid a fortune. And that's it. I mean, look, I sort of, if I back the tape what I said 10 minutes ago, and it's basically he went to Juve to learn the best defensive art, like, you know, his school of art, which is Italy, right? One thing that Italian league Serie A is good at is defense, you know. And then of course he got bored up by Nagelsmann that wanted to play a high line as well. But then Nagelsmann, what happened to Nagelsmann? boom, he fell off. And then you had Tuchel that came in here and favored this Eric Dyer instead of him. So he hasn't really had a favorable coach. So what is it to say that he comes home to Erik ten Hag, then this kind of understands who Matthijs de Ligt is and what he can offer? He's still 24, and some people are saying if he stays fit under 50 million, what Compost Murphy is saying, it's a bargain, a quality centre-back for over 5 of his best years ahead. And that's what you got to look at, 5 years ahead, right? If we offer him a 5 years contract, you know, he's going to be finishing like a potentially in his pomp, to be honest, like, you know, because he's still learning, he's still 25. And I think that center backs to become good at the age of 27, 28, there is at the pomp where they are well experienced, to be honest. So Sandra May says, so you think discussions been encouraging Pride Megaphone Rainbow handle? Oh yeah, there must be a Pride Megaphone Rainbow.
Yeah, she's just saying, she basically asking if there's currently discussions being had. And we know Erik ten Hag has been in direct contact with Matthijs de Ligt as well. You know what I mean? There's other players that he was in direct contact with as well, which makes this week so significant, because it just seems to me that not only we could be excited about getting Matthijs de Ligt, is that we could also be excited that we possibly will be getting Manuel Ugarte as well as.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that one. You're jumping the gun now. So yeah. So listen, let's move on from the Matthijs de Ligt story. I think it's a good deal, £30 million, as we were offering, almost going in for Brentford, which was 75 million what they wanted for a kid that almost hardly kicked the ball in the Prem, and what 145k a week. Listen, Matthijs de Ligt, you get him on 200k a week, which is perfectly fine within the wage bill structure, plus 30 million with an experienced guy that played for Juve, that guy played for in multiple Champions League, played in Ajax, played under Ten Hag. I think this is going to be good. At the end of the day, I will back this if this happens 100%. I feel that the signings is coming in. So guys, let us just go into the transfer hotometer as well, and let's do this rating the way we see it. Mark, I want to hear from you. What do you see these coming in? Is it 80%? Is it 90%? Is it done deal?
I think it's a done deal at this point, in my opinion. The reports from Germany have swayed me completely.
90%.
90%. Yeah.
Okay.
The reports in Germany are like it's done. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I've been this morning since 8 o'clock excited to come on stream with you today to talk about this, because I know you have your finger on the pulse, and I know you would have most of the information. So from what I've been hearing, yeah, I think it's the most likely deal to be done this week, and probably the first deal.
Right. Ashid Miyad is coming in on 90% as well, which is echoing what you are saying, Mark. Guys, if you can go in, you see the tab. The website address is mufcrealisttv. Go into the tab, says Man United Transfer 2024 and transfer ratings. You can see here, like transfer ratings up there. That's it. Not the hotometer, but transfer ratings. Hotometer is what we get at the end of the week, which is like a Premier League table, basically on the rumors and speculations and your votes. It's accumulating the top 10 what we're going to sign. Guys, I'm going to pull the trigger on this one. I started to believe what you are saying, but Mitesh is saying it's looking like 100%. Listen, 100%, guys, let me just remind you, it's done deal. You know, that means that he's agreed. That is a done deal. Signed the contract. For me, it's a 90%. I want to see what you guys have saying. 90%, I pulled it out. Boom. Well. It's still 46% what you guys are saying. 20 votes. So some people are not on the 90% club as well. We are, Mark. So yeah. Anyway, that's funny, isn't it? You know, I think that there's a lot of skepticism within the fan base, to be honest, and rightfully so. Like, you know, the way we've been handled and treated in the past transfer windows. But this is so unprecedented. Usually we sit there, moan, bitch about, like, you know, when is the deals coming in? What's going on here? 2 weeks left of the transfer window, and we go and panic buy. See, I agree. Mitesh is looking like 100%. Look, at the end of the day, let's continue, because I was speaking about something else, and that is Manuel Ugarte. Habibi. Manuel Ugarte looks like he also going to be coming over the line in the next couple of 10 days at least, what it's been saying. It's getting hot in here. He's absolutely say he wants to play for Manchester United. You know what's going on behind the scenes? They probably agreed personal terms, which means How much wages? 5-year contract. PSG is looking to recuperate some money. They're not going to get 50. They're probably going to get 40 million, which is 30 million pounds. Again, 30 million pounds. So Manuel Ugarte is a CDM, which is more of a defensive mind and destroyer. And this is something that, in my opinion, Mark, is that we definitely need to fix, which is the centre-back pairing and the midfield. That was the problematic area last season. What's your thoughts regarding Manuel Ugarte? Are you excited about this one?
This guy, I can't wait to have him in the red shirt, Mick, to be honest. This guy is very, very good. I like his style. I like his energy. I like his attitude. I like the way he goes about his performance on the pitch. He's what you want to have in your midfield. He's not going to allow guys to just run through the midfield. He's going to clatter them. There's going to be situations where he might take a yellow card just, to stop a play that could lead to a goal. That would be very important. But on the other hand, the best part about him is his ability on the ball. I think he's very good on the ball. He knows how to pass. He can play. He has a wide range of passing, and he's very, very fit. He's got an engine like no other.
Okay, I have some news coming from Jarle Malmin here. Keep talking. I need to go in the back end and just fix this for a while. Yeah, I'm gonna go in the back end. Apparently, they cannot vote because I haven't updated the back end, so I have to do that. Pardon, cool. My apologies. Yeah, talk to me about Ugarte.
So for me, I've seen Manuel Ugarte. I even watched him a few games at PSG, but I watched him at Sporting, and I think he's going to be very good for us. When he was on the market, I was hoping that we were going to be the ones to sign him, but unfortunately, PSG paid more money, and we weren't able to snatch him up on the market. So now the opportunity is there. I think he was always destined to be a United player, and he wants to be here. He wants to come to United. He wants to play for United, and I think that says a lot, especially since he's been one of the best players for his team in the Copa America this tournament summer so far. He hasn't had much game time in France because, I would say that Luis Enrique is one of those coaches that he has a preference style to certain players who plays in his midfield, and Ugarte is not really that type of player, but he's definitely the type of player we need in our Manchester United midfield, guys. So what are your guys' thoughts? Let's see what you are saying in the comments about Manuel Ugarte. I think that deal is pretty hot. I'd give it a 60 to 75% rating, in my honest opinion.
Do a refresh. Just do a refresh now, because I did actually go in the back end and update it. So go in and do a refresh right now. I would say that he's an 80% almost, because I think we are heading towards fast deals like this week or the next 10 days at least, like with Matthijs de Ligt, with negotiations regarding Ugarte. 100%, I would say it's an 80%. What is the VR room saying?
VR room is saying, Asid Mia says, I heard Ugarte is aggressive and tenacious. 100%. Compost Smurf is saying, bring in this guy. Tackles galore. Fujinator is saying, for 60 million, imagine we could get de Ligt and Ugarte, probably a few mil more. That's a good deal. Do it. 100%. You know what I mean? I'm thinking the same thing as these guys. I mean, when he's looking at it in total percent purchase, because as you know,
no, I get that. I get it. I was just reacting in my mind. I was thinking out loud. When did we get two players for 60 million? Come on, man. And this
at the level of ability that these two guys will be boasting, you know what I mean? Sadiq Rahman is saying, I like Ugarte too as well. Brendan Chappell is saying, lock that midfield with Ugarte and Amrabat. Nobody will dare go through the center of the pitch then. I mean, it might be interesting. We're waiting to hear some confirmations on what's happening with Amrabat at the moment. I know Mick probably will talk about that a little bit later in the stream. So, for now, guys, go in, make sure to get the ratings. I dropped the link in the chat for you guys. It's there. The MUFC link to the transfer. I dropped both links by accident, but this is the transfer rating link, guys. So you can just click it in the chat. Mick has fixed it in the background. Go get your ratings in, guys. Let's see what you guys are thinking about the Manuel Ugarte. Let's see how you feel about him.
Okay. While we're talking about Manuel Ugarte, we're going to talk about the next exciting thing, which I am very excited about. I've been hearing certain things for 2 weeks regarding Sofian Amrabat, and I've been told that United is going to offer a 4-year contract. They're going to pull that trigger. They're going to go to There's a 20 million for it. So basically, well, how can I say this? I'm getting too excited now, too carried away now, Mark. So I've been told that from numerous very credible sources, and United are definitely, talking with him. It's going to be an easy deal to do. 20 million to Fiorentina plus 30 million for Ugarte. Then you actually spend 50 million for 2 CDMs, guys. 50 million for 2 CDMs. Do you see that this is a transfer market that is elite at the moment? We are doing total different, conducting ourselves in the business. We are doing smart business. Amrabat for 20 million plus Ugarte 30, 40. I mean, come on, that is a bargain. That means that we now have 2 CDMs, which we never had before, right? Casemiro is leaving. You have Amrabat that can rotate. Sometimes, if depends on who's injured, you play like an Ugarte, you play Amrabat. But that is a fucking good midfield, right?
Yo, also, Mick, you have to mention Toby Collier. He's going to be the 3rd string to that midfield center Juventus midfield partnership. He's going to be there. So we have options, backup for the backup, and it's going to be something where it's a solution. It's not like before where we lose a player and who do we have left? You're looking, where are they? You know what I mean? Now we have Amrabat, possibly, as you're saying, Man United are about to offer him a brand new contract for 4 years. We have possibly Manuel Ugarte and a young Toby Collier that also provides that homegrown quota for us. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Yes.
So very smart dealings by Manchester United this term. You have to like what they've been doing. The business has been done well.
Okay, well, picture this. First and foremost, Jeff Steele, all the way from Adelaide, Australia. G'day, mate. How you going? Check a snug on the barbie, mate. Listen, that midfield, I was doing a video. I did have a little bit of a typhoon where I live, and I woke up and it was flooding. I spent 2 days bucketing on water out of my car. So I've been absolutely destroyed today. So something positive is coming out from this because we need to flood that midfield. Mr. C, I'm feeling the market now, guys. It's not soon. It's too soon for getting giddy time, but it seems making the right moves. 100%, my friend. Listen, another thing, add this to the equation as well, and we have a perfect summer transfer window. I know that you guys say no, not Veronique Rabiot, but it has legs that, we are looking to bring in a free Rabiot into that midfield as well. I mean, come on. How much money have you actually spent on the midfield with a Rabiot for free?
And guys, Rabiot coming in. If you gonna love Ugarte, I'm telling you, you are going to enjoy Rabiot in that red kit in our midfield. Trust. This is one guy that, and despite what a lot of people say about him, mostly because of his mom, I'm telling you guys, what he offers in midfield, we are going to enjoy it this season. We are going to have a very, very strong midfield. And as anyone knows, the game is won in the midfield. Get Rabiot in, get Ugarte, sign up Amrabat. Let's get it cracking, guys.
And plus you have Collier to add in there. Who else do we have? Are the youngsters coming in here? Dango Jr.
Dango Jr. is back from loan, and while he had an injury during his loan spell and wasn't able to finish the season, we have a bit of lacking for the squad right now based on the amount of players that are out at the Euros and Copa. So all these youngsters are going to be featuring in the first and the second, preseason matches. The first match is on the 15th of July, guys. That's only 14 days away. We play Rosenborg. And, you will be seeing some of these youngsters who will be getting a lot of game time. We'll be talking about them throughout the next course of the week. And a couple of days, I'll be bringing you 2 or 3 youngsters each day to tell you about. So have no fear about that as well. The homegrown quota.
Have no fear, guys. I'm going to go in and I'm going to pull the trigger on Manuel Ugarte. And I hope you had some time to catch your breath, because I speak a lot because I'm excited, and hold my coffee, Mark. So do we dare to say that Manuel Ugarte is 80%? It's an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying 75.
I don't have PSG, 75.
But let's go with 80. I'll take the higher road today.
Strength in death, I agree with you. Long time needed. I absolutely agree with you saying, Standish. 100%. Okay, I pulled the trigger on 80%, guys. 80%. It is a marriage. It's 78.5%. 1.57. And I do apologize because I didn't manage to refresh regarding the Ligt. So yeah, probably the Ligt is on. He's lit, actually. He's lit. And also Sofian Amrabat. Like, look, I forgot even to mention João Neves, that we're still in for him.
Tell them, Mick.
Can you
Tell
imagine?
them I'm here. I'm waiting. I'm excited to hear what you have to say about this.
Can you imagine 70 million, 75 million euros.
75 million euros.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing this deal.
There's no smoke without fire, because the intermediate in between this is George Mendes. They knows Benfica. Benfica knows George Mendes. We have very good relationship with Benfica whatsoever. We gave them a very cheap deal regarding Alvaro Fernandez. Remember, 7 million euros, right?
I was crying.
There was something in that. Yeah, me too. But however, there is no way they're going to get 120 in that release clause. And George Mendes has been going back and forward. So if you're going on the second bit to say, well, you know, what is what could you accept? Like, you know, we did something good for you. What can you do for us? You scratch my back, I scratch yours, right? And it's been reported very, very, very closely that this is going to happen for some reason on 75 million euros, right? So that is another ball carrier. It's a young 19-year-old, one for the future. It's no risk, according to my opinion, because the resale value, you offer him 5 years contract by the time he reached 24. So you will have options, right? He's a hybrid 6 and 8, but man, you add that into the squad, you know, and it looks like then you have to get rid of McTominay. You're going to get rid of Eriksen, right? And you got to invest in João Neves. And you got to rotate João Neves, or you might even play, how do I say it, Kobe Mainoo in that position, in the hybrid 6 and 8. It's yet to be seen. I still give it some time. He's still in the Euros. Portugal is playing today. He's been given some minutes from the bench, and every time he came in, he looks pretty damn good on the ball. I would say for me, it is still on 50%. Mark, what are you saying?
Yeah, well, like Campos is saying here, I always have that Rui Costa in mind. You know, he was a big player in his day for AC Milan, but he do piss about with his money. But if Mick, and guys, I will say this now, if Mick is saying that 70 million euros is a 75 million euros is a doable situation, I won't take it lightly. I would certainly keep it in the back of my mind, because
keep that in the back of your mind. I mean, this is what I've been hearing. It's even printed in the press if you go and read it, because Benfica realized we need money. We don't have, you know, everyone is suffering from this PSR, FFP stuff like that, right? That's the thing. And they realized that they will never get 120 million, right? So, and as what we say, we offered them a favorable deal for Alvaro Fernandez. So this is a little bit of make way. And you can also see what I'm saying, Victor Lindelof going there as well as a player. Victor Lindelof started at Benfica. We bought him from Benfica. So we do have good relationships as well. Lindelof is set to leave. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is set to leave. We might even get a Frimpong in there. Shit, we are cooking. It looks like we're going to play a 3-5-2 with two strikers on top. This is what I want to see. What England did yesterday when they threw in Ivan Toney together with Harry Honka Hurricane. That's what I want to see. Like, you might see, like, you know, a Zirkzee playing a little bit deeper than actually, you know, Rasmus Højlund, feeding Højlund instead, playing with his back against his goal, linking up the play. I think that this team will be sick. Right, if we get everything right. Big up Jarvis. Tell that you don't. I can't read this. Renato Sanchez.
He said, "Tell that to the ones who bought Renato Sanchez back in the days."
Yeah. True. So listen, I just want to go to Sofian Amrabat, because is one thing that we should know. There's one thing we should know, and if you pay close attention, what I've been saying is I've been hearing for 2 weeks that the club has been negotiating and offering a new 4-year deal to trigger that. But, you know, how can I explain this, Mark? And this is a mystery to me. If you go into Manchester United's website, the new kit launch with the Snapdragon, who do you see still there?
Amrabat.
He's there.
If he's wearing the new
kit, why is he there if he's not going to be there? Why is he on the website?
If he's wearing the new kit, he's here next season. I'm sure about it.
Yep, he is. I mean, listen, he's there with the new kit. part of the squad as a midfielder for next season. Right? Right. So why would you put Oloni? Read me this. If it's a loanee, right, then you know that the loan has already expired, right? Of course, they've been talking for the past couple of weeks, but now with Dan Ashworth is coming in, he's given the green light. Everything was just missing on Dan Ashworth, right? The final sign-off and say, 20 million, give it to him.
Matt was asking about Donny here, Mick. Sorry to cut you there. I mean, for me, I think they should give Amrabat a contract. We need depth in midfield. We're going to be facing 4 competitions heavy this summer. This summer, you know, Europa League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Premier League, and we need to be top in all. We need to at least play 2 finals again domestically. We need to get to the Europa League final, and we need to get top 4. So, yeah, having that kind of strength in depth.
I mean, guys, just take a breather. Poor Donny van de Beek. You know, he's been cursed. What ever since he left Ajax, right? Now his best mate Ligt is coming. De Ligt is coming, right? You're getting it like, you know, what's his name? Jesus, I'm so excited at the moment. I can't even think.
Ugarte. You're probably getting Rabiot. Probably will see a Frimpong coming in. You know, there are reports that Wan-Bissaka is highly likely to be moving.
I'm saying Rene Hanke and then Ruud van Nistelrooy as well, like, you know, and then he's getting all his mates in there. Who's to say that he cannot revive his career if we don't sell him? He's on 150k a week. 150k a week, right? I mean, if you look at the squad that we are building, I mean, now this is resembling of the City Group squad, right?
Yeah, and it's Manchester United deep squad with different with profiles that fit and profiles that could change things, and that's what we're meant to be.
That's what it's meant to be. So I believe that he's going to get a contract. That's what I'm hearing. He's going to get a 4-year deal contract. That's what I've been hearing from the grapevine. Also, he's been picturing the kit. A lot of people has been posted and on Twitter as well. It's like, why is he promoting the new kits, right? Doesn't really make sense, right? So for me, that is box clever, like, you know, 20 million for him. That's 50 million for 2 CDMs. Plus, you know, you add on a little bit more strength and depth with, like, you know, a free signing of Rabiot. They can play the number 8 and 6. And then you have Kobe Mainoo will also be given rest 100%. I mean, 100%. What a talent Kobe is. Yeah.
Can you imagine? On top of all of those things, you land João Neves.
And you had, on the that would be insane.
I already made a reckless prediction about the season, and I didn't see any signings yet, but bro, I'll get real reckless if this happened. Because
and I agree with Melis Kaska saying that Amrabat has the perfect attitude. 100% he does. You know, he was patiently sitting and waiting. He wasn't moaning. When he got his opportunity, the 4 last games of the season, he took it. And he showed the world this, like, this is my position. You know, I've been utilized as a versatile player. I've been playing left back. I've been playing everywhere. So he's been useful. But you got to play him in the right position, not like Southgate playing plays out of position. It's ridiculous, right? Smash the like button. And what Jay is saying, I totally agree with you. Let us get up to at least 100 likes on this stream. There is over 250 of you watching, at least what I can see here in StreamYard. So if we can get that, please, it's free, guys. Don't be lazy. Smash that like button, please. Listen, let's go on and put a vote to it as well, Mark. Let's see. Amrabat, what do you think?
I think it's a 70, 80, and 90%, bro, because I would not put him in the home kit if I'm not making him a player next season. And that's just, I think, how business works. He's going to be here. He has to be in the home kit.
All right. I kind of treading with cautious. I would give 80, but bearing what I've been hearing for the past 2 weeks, Dan Ashworth's coming in, giving the green light. I think we are moving to the right direction. 90%. M&M cast the votes. One shot, one opportunity. Let's give it a go. 90%. Let's bid for Amrabat 90%. Freaking 45 people are still not voting. Really?
I mean, I think some people might be just, not too sure. They might be thinking it might have some changes, but let's see how it goes, because I definitely feel like they wouldn't put him in the kit if he was leaving.
What do you think about João Neves? Is it 50% so far?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit higher now. I think 70 million euros, 75 million euros, extremely doable now that we're in the new fiscal year.
See, he's still in euros, right? He's still in euros. Nothing's going to happen. This will be a deal that's going to drag on to the end of July, beginning of August, potentially. If they fall off the euros, you will see this deal speed up. I still give it a 50% mark. 50%. This is what I'm going to bid for right now. Should we do it? 50%.
I would say 50-60. But
yeah, sort of everyone has voted on 46.9. It's very close, 100%. Manuel Ugarte, we're done. Jeremy Frimpong is the next target. What we are looking at, apparently, we are going to sell Aaron Wan-Bissaka. There is no smoke without fire. Latest is 15 million for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. If you get rid of Wan-Bissaka, this is what I'm telling you. We're going to play a very expensive style of football. 3 in the back with wing backs bombing forward. 2 forwards potentially, with the likes of Zirkzee and Højlund playing 2 strikers on the top. Mark, this is a deal that could be made for 35 million. Release clause. Again, release clause is easy. His release clause is opening now and will be valid to August. This is what United has been apparently monitoring, and they don't see it until they actually get rid of Wan-Bissaka. Would you say at 50%, or would you say still stay on 40% on him?
I would say 60%. I feel like the Wan-Bissaka deal will happen. He already agreed terms with the other club. I think he wants the deal to happen because he wants to be the starting right back at this point in his career. So I feel like it's going to happen. I just think it's a matter of time, in my honest opinion. So that's why I would say it's more like 60%.
People are getting a little bit sentimental. I get it. I read Jay's comment. Jay United, we will miss Aaron Wan-Bissaka like we missed Fred last season. Just saying, everyone will see it soon. Listen, I rate Wan-Bissaka very much indeed. I think he's a perfect backup. But at the end of the day, if we are changing the style of play to play more of a high line, like possession-based, attacking, pressing, we better get in a Frimpong, because if we have good defenders, to be honest, and finally Onana can play his game as the sweeper keeper, right? So that's why you can play 3 in the back and the sweeper keeper, right? Then you need pacey, tricky, fullbacks that can bomb forward, Diego Deloy on the left potentially, and Frimpong on the right, and off you go. So listen, I still put it on 50% because the Euros is still ongoing. They're playing. Is it Holland tonight? No, Holland is tomorrow. Yeah.
No, I think it's Portugal tonight.
Portugal is tonight. Yeah, 100%. I still put it on. I still remain 40 at the moment. Right. The last vote was on 39, so I still stick on 40, and it's 39.05. So I can read the room what you guys are saying. Big up to Cat as well. Kit Kat is in the house. My favorite Kit Kat. How you doing? How do you vote? Well, I don't know. Doesn't it work?
Yeah, I put the link in the comments for her. I think she just came in, so she didn't see the link. I just dropped it there for her.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
Let me know if it doesn't work.
This is the link, Cat, so you should be able to get in with that. You can just click on it.
Let me know if it doesn't work. Let me know if it doesn't work.
And make it France and Belgium at 6 p.m. and then again at
Portugal is the
9 p.m. is that's Berlin time. So yeah, 5 p.m. UK and 8 p.m. UK.
For me, Lene Euro seems to be dying off since we're moving on to the other targets. To be honest, I still think he's like a 20%, low 20%. He's more likely to go to Real Madrid. So I will pull 20 here on him. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's more like 30%. I think he might go to Real Madrid as well. It's one of those things where, we're just going to miss out there because of what the player wants. And Real Madrid also wants him. So, it's one of those things.
Yeah, okay. So I put 30% people. Let's bid 30%. Boom, badabosh. It is still 28.57% equal. This is the one, guys, I think we're going to get Todibo at the end of the window. We are apparently, he is the preferred target. Maybe we're looking for 2 centre-backs, 3 centre-backs even. 3 centre-backs. We're most likely going to get rid of, listen to bids for Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof is going to go out. Todibo, we broke it on this channel before. I've written articles about the loophole. Everyone is talking about this loophole, and big up for you for that as well. Thank you for listening. Means that Manchester United can play him and buy him and play him in the FA Cup, FA Association, Premier League, but not in Europa club competition. And this is what they're trying to negotiate. Is there any loophole that we can play him in Europa League as well? But if we already have qualified centre backs, you don't have to play Todibo. You can just play Todibo in the cups, like FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Charity Shield, and the Premier League games. So for me, Todibo is a target that I see it's an easy thing to do. 21 million on that.
100%. I think it's going to be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so let's move on. We have pressed for time. I think that Todibo, for now, I put him on 70%. Or 60.
I would put him on 60 or 60% because 60%. There's reports that he definitely will be leaving Nice this summer. It's just where he's gonna go.
He's gonna end up in United for sure. 100%.
Hopefully so.
60%, guys. I'm pulling the trigger right here, right now. Let's bid 60% for Jean-Claire Todibo, and you guys are still on 42.69. Maybe it's the back end that's giving us a little bit grief. Maybe I didn't refresh it properly. But anyway, the Ligt we voted for, Brentway, is dead out of the order. I put 10% on, Brentway. Even take him away. Ain't gonna happen.
100%. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think we moved on from Brentwaite.
We did. He forced the move, apparently did everything, and he required 145k of wages. This is past. It's first, and I don't know what Everton is doing. They're being idiots, basically. They're going to face a points deduction. 10% I'm putting, and it's gone down to 29.58. Which leads me to the next centre-back, which I've been hearing is more hot prospect as a Brentway alternative, which is Gonçalo Inácio, that's playing today for Portugal, people. Keep an eye on Gonçalo Inácio. He's a left-footed centre-back. But we also know that we are looking for a left back as well. Gonçalo Inácio can play both positions fine like red wine, if you didn't know. Mark, your thoughts on Gonçalo Inácio?
I really like the looks of that youngster, to be fair, Mick. I think it's a deal we definitely should be doing. But, it's going to be one of those things that if we do this deal and, he's not that expensive. He has a lot of experience. He's a very, very good defender. He plays the high line really well, very composed on the ball. I can't stop speaking amazing things about this guy. We should just go in and get him. Deal done.
No, listen, there is a player that can play two positions, and this is something that the club are looking for, right? For 40 million release clause, right? You can pay for that, and you get a Licha replacement plus you get a backup left back as well.
100%.
You do. 100% you do. So for me, this is something to keep a close eye on. I put it on 50% at the moment, what I've been hearing on the market. But anything can change because this is a transfer window, right? One day you look up in the sky, it's clear blue sunshine. You look away and it's thunderstorm and flooding. So I still put 50% because of the versatility of the player. The player profile fits what Ten Hag wants. And I think it's a walk away from Brentway. And this was number 2 on the target list. I put 50%. Let's bid on this one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be higher, Mick. Maybe like 60%. Because somehow I feel like we're going to change tack for some of the targets. And, his price, 38 million pounds. That's amazing.
Man, I'm being pragmatic. I'm not like you. So I'm being a little bit pragmatic, shaving off 10% as the moment. Let us see. 50% I pull. And it's on 31.67. Milos Kerkez. Yeah, reports coming out of Bournemouth were 40 million. I don't think so. I put him on 30%. Boom, barabush, barabush. 36.36. We spoke about this too. We spoke about João Neves, Amrabat, Youssef Fofana. I don't think it's going to happen now by the looks of it because we have already identified our targets. Youssef Fofana is part of the list just in case, but still, I rate Youssef Fofana, but wish him all the best. 20% for me still.
Yeah, maybe. I think, I mean, we definitely need midfield options. So if we can get the likes of Youssef Fofana to come in, depending on who we don't get in the midfield, I think that will work out well for us as well. So yeah, definitely 30, 40, maybe even a 50%, I would say.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
because Dan Ashworth is here, so I just saying because of him here now, things might be a little bit more.
I think that Youssef Fofana is in the back of the mind just in case the other deals don't come through. In terms of if we don't get Ugarte, Youssef Fofana is the backup. So I would say right now we're in very advanced talk with Ugarte. I still say 20% still. Or even a 30%, right? Let's be generous today. It is Monday after all, and 1st of July, and we're moving bits. 30%. Let's bid for 30%. Let's go 24.78. Nothing has changed. And I'm reading the comments to say we still have. Melis is saying we still have Malacia too. Remember how he looked like? Me too. And by the way, Luke Shaw will most likely find a new club because by the looks of it. I don't think Luke Shaw is fitting the squad. Nothing against it, but Malacia, I think Malacia is now training, is probably getting fit. He's going to be part of the preseason tour. And I do believe that we're going to see more of Malacia, to be honest, because something's got to give, Mark. Something's got to give. You look at the availability. Unfortunately, Malacia was having some bad ACL injury, knee injury, had 2 surgeries, was rushed back. And Luke Shaw, I don't know what Luke Shaw is doing. He's playing himself fit for the Euros and doesn't even play himself fit for Manchester United. This pisses me off. Listen, Rabiot is still 50% for me, 40, 50. It's one for the free.
Yeah, I think Rabiot is like 70% for me. I expect Rabiot to be signed mostly because of the price that he's on. And the fact that we need a player in his position, I think it's a huge deal that we definitely would be looking to do.
That's adding on experience too. 29 years of age, adding on experience. That would be his last contract before he even goes to MLS or Saudi League. We can still get 3 good years out of Rabiot, according to my opinion. We will see Rabiot play tonight as well. So I think, yes, the Yorkshire Cowboy, Rabiot, I can see that. Listen, forget about his mom. Rabiot is a great player. He's a good player to have it in your squad. He's a Duracell bunny, abundance of energy. Play 6 or 8 hybrid. For me, I still be 50% mindful. I'd still be mindful on this one because everything comes down to sign-on fee, sign-on bonus, right? We've been mugged twice before, twice bitten, once shy of what they say, 50% mark. I bid 50. And we are on 41.76. What you guys are saying as well. We have a loanee as well. Depends on what's going on with Rashford and everything. Xavi Simons, Bayern is also linked to him. The question is, he doesn't want to go back to PSG. He doesn't want to play for Bayern. He might stay where he is. But Xavi Simons, is that something that excites you potentially to come in to play, left wing or right wing? He can even play in the middle.
100%. I think this is what we need, and I can't say it enough, Mick. We need to get as much players in right now as we can.
Yeah,
for the best prices we can collectively as a total, because we need to rebuild the squad. And the more we get now means that later on we could focus more on adding real quality in certain positions, right?
Yeah.
Without having to worry about how much we spend.
Yeah, but this is box clever. You get a Rabiot for free and you get a loan in terms of Xavi Simons, right? Last time the people were voting 40%. I still think it's going to be 40%. So I for now, I keep it 40% mark. Is that okay with you? Because we got to move on. We got to move on.
40% is good, Mick.
Hey. You guys are also thinking 40%. Barabish, barabosh. It is a loan deal that could be made. And the right winger situation is also Desiree Doué. I like this kid a lot, actually, to be honest. But it depends on. Mason Greenwood is getting bits left, right, center. Even Premier League clubs are bidding for him. Even there was speculations that Jadon Sancho was rumored to Arsenal as well. So it looks like if we don't get 40 million for Mason Greenwood, he's going to come back. The boy is going to come back home. And that's what's been said. 40 million is the asking price. And apparently, according to Ornstein, Marseille has entered the bidding war. But I've been hearing more. There's more clubs, including Premier League clubs, that just don't want to reveal themselves. They just don't want to be there. So if we are having such a starlet player, which is arguably to say one of the best academy players that's come out of the academy for a very long time, two-footed. I know what you're saying, but listen, he's such a baller. Mason Greenwood will be back by the 8th in 7 days if he doesn't get a bid for training and pre-season. But Desiree Doué, it's all depending on that.
I mean, Desiree Doué is a talented candidate. I would not be disappointed if we do sign him, to be fair. I can't say I've seen lots of him, but I've watched a lot of compilations online recently, and I think he looks very talented. So that's as much as I can say.
Yeah, but it all depends on what we're going to do with the Greenwood and Sancho. Sancho for sure will go. There's no chance that Sancho will come back to United, right? And the thing is that, clubs are smart. They know that situation, right? Therefore, you see these low-hanging fruit bids, even shameless, like another loan with an obligation to buy or no obligation to buy, because they know that he will not come back to Manchester United. Anyway, Desiree Doué, I put still a 40% on Desiree Doué, and you guys think the same. 38.13% striker. This is the one that I will 100% say he's coming. A lot of rumors coming in, even Fabrizio Romano jumping on the train. Reports coming in from Bologna, Alfredo Padula, my friend, he said, yes, this got legs. It's true, have reached personal terms. It's true that Ten Hag has spoken to sell in the project. Now that he knows that Van Nistelrooy is going to be the striker coach as well, he's more fired up than ever. AC Milan has looking at other targets at the moment. They refuse to pay that, Kia Jabashian commission fee. Some people, including Alice, was thinking that agents was just using, United to get the dream move. But now it's totally different now when they understands the project. Joshua Zirkzee, for me, last time we voted was 75%. But the next coming days, according to the reports, will be a deciding moment for Joshua Zirkzee, who, by the way, is a release clause starting today. Mark, I want to hear your voice on Joshua Zirkzee.
Well, to be honest, I would say let's go get this guy. If his release clause is 34 million, get him now. I would say, for one, he possesses all the attributes and the mechanics to be a top striker. I think right now he's a little bit raw. He's going to need some development, so people are going to have a little patience with him. But he has all the mechanics and a very good striking ability of the ball, as well as that ability to link up pretty well with his teammates around him. So it's not that you're going to get a player that you have to wait on. You're going to get a player that's going to come. He's going to bring the team in, link up well with his teammates, play well, probably create some goals and score some goals. But I'm not sure if he's going to score 20, 30 goals this season. So I won't be expecting that from him. But very top young striker. I'm telling you guys, if we do get him, we will be happy, because him and Højlund offers difference and change. It offers depth in attack. And, we have Ruud van Nistelrooy coming in to improve these guys. So it's going to be something that's going to happen. So,
100%. I agree with you. He's a 9.5, and I did a video. If you haven't watched it, I released this last week. He fits like a glove. He is your typical Martial replacement. That Ten Hag was very disappointed about Martial. He really liked Martial, the way he can play with his back against the goal and link up players, like, involving Garnacho, involving the wingers. And as per se, what is it to say that we're not going to play two strikers on top? What is it to say we're going to play 3-5-2 or 4-4-2, or depends on how you're going to play, right? So this is what Rasmus Højlund is needing, a striker partner, right? So for me,
100%.
This is a transformative signing as well. It's still raw, still young, 23, but I would say for me, it's 80%. I'm in the 80% club here. Boom.
Yeah,
he's like a Berbatov.
I think from the moment you hear reports saying that Erik ten Hag has made direct contact with him, I think it's more like 90%. I think it's a matter of time it gets done. Now that his release clause becomes active tomorrow morning or midnight tonight, if you want to be technical, guys, don't be shocked if you hear we meet the release clause. Don't be shocked tomorrow.
Yeah, but we are working on a release clause. We're working smart. We're going after players that has release clause, 1 year left on the contracts, free, you know, and you get bargain deals. Like, this is unprecedented. We haven't seen this smart move by anything from the past 10, 11 years, like since Sir Alex Ferguson left. So for me, I put it on 80% mark. I 100% do. Like, you know, and I would say that Matthias Cunha, I'm sorry, brother. Like, you know, I put you 10 at the moment because we got to close the shop. Victor Lindelof is going to leave. Greenwood, I don't know. But this is about what we have to say regarding the outs. 5 players left the club already. We expect to see more by the looks of it. In terms of the outs, what we mentioned, Donny van de Beek will come back for training because we haven't found a club. Scott McTominay, there was rumors to say that, you know, Fulham is looking at Scott McTominay. Luke Shaw, we got to find a new club for. Harry Maguire, will somebody come in for him? Lindelof, we've seen rumors, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Rashford, by the way, is something to PSG. I believe that the clubs are talking 100% regarding the Ugarte deal as well, and there is requirements for Rashford. There is no smoke without fire. Maybe, Mark, there might be something that we give you a favorable deal for Ugarte, and we give you cash, the remaining for Rashford, to be safe. So what if we get 40 million? Rashford is worth minimum 80 million. There might be player plus 40 million, and that's still a smart move for Manchester United because
100%.
Rashford, homegrown talent, academy player, that is 40 million plus on the books. That means that you will not be pressured to sell Greenwood if you don't have to, because that is very positive on the PSR FFP rules that started fresh today. It's a reset, Peeb. It's a reset. We are 1 hour and 6 minutes into the stream, and what we've been speaking about is that how do you feel today as a United fan? You know, do you feel any difference? Like, do you see that we are making strides on the market? I've been doing transfers for a long time, and I can say that I am surprised. I am positive surprised, but still with a little bit of a cautious because I'm still scarred from the last couple of seasons. But it looks like we are going in at least getting 2-3 signings before we go on a tour. If you're watching this in retrospective, guys, leave your comments in the non-live comment section. Who do you think Manchester United will sign first? Will it be a Ligt? Will it be a Ugarte? And will it even be a Zirkzee? Or will it be all 3 of them? Leave your comments in the non-live section, please. And guess what? If you haven't liked it yet, we are after over 100 likes. Finger the like button right here, right now. Otherwise, that's all we can do. We work for free. We work for free for the likes. I know the footy is starting soon. I did promise something.
Thank you so much for joining us. I was so happy to have you all here.
No. I did promise something, and I'm always going to promise. I always going to promise what I deliver, because I promised a funny video regarding England squad, and I'm going to pull this up because I thought it was hilarious. Let me see. Can I view this from here? Yes, I can, apparently. Wait a minute, brothers. How do I get sound up on this one? All right. I promise you a funny video because this is spot on, to be honest, right? And if you remember the Southgate tactics and everything, and, you know, if you were like me and Alex sitting here and ripping our head the high line head, you know what I mean? Like almost going bald. And what Southgate, what the hell are you doing, right? This is a video for you. Mark, let me share this, if you don't mind. Wait a minute. How do I get rid of this? I have to do a refresh, and I have to pull up the volume, and I have to, because this instantly starts.
You're not getting the audio though, Mick.
Oh, there's no sound.
No, there's
no sound.
No.
Oh, there's no sound. I'm sorry. Let me do it again. Let me remove this, because this is hilarious, right? You got to see this, right? This is the pinnacle of Southgate ball. I got to stop the screen, and I'm going to share it again with sound, peeps. I'm sorry about that one. Give me a second, and I will do it right here, right now, because we're going to finish this with a little bit of a positivity, with a little bit of a laughter, and let's get into the stage. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this up and running. Wait a minute.
Still no sound for some reason, Mick.
Yeah. Where? No
have to
sound.
Click the icon at the bottom of the window, Mick.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. Mark, entertain people, please.
Guys, I tell you already, right? I don't know if I told it to Mick, but if we do sign these signings, Manuel Ugarte, we sign Rabiot, we sign João Neves, we sign Zirkzee or Maximilian Bayer, and we sign Matthijs de Ligt, and maybe even if Greenwood comes back, we'll be doing a lots of chicken dances for you guys. I will bring a new re-improved chicken dance with a rap. I promise you.
Yep, 100%. Let's bring this to the stage again, and hopefully I'm going to put some sound on.
Backwards and pass the ball sideways.
Stones sideways.
You look like you're going to do a forward pass, even though you know you're never going to do one. And turn back around and pass the ball backwards. And take the ball and start to run at the defender. Oi! Foden! Come here right now. Okay. What on earth was that? What on earth was what? That thing you just did. What thing? You got the ball and then you started to run at the defender. Yeah, I was just going to try and take him on. No! What? That is not safe. Sorry? It's too risky! What are you on about? Statistically speaking, trying to dribble past the defender is the most likely way to lose possession of the football. Are you telling me I'm not allowed to dribble with the ball? Yes! So what do you want me to do instead? Just think. What would Calvin Phillips do? Probably just pass the ball backwards and sideways! Seriously? Unless you want to end up like them.
I'm a man of ball and good.
I'll play it backwards and sideways then. Good boy.
Good boy.
Too risky. God, it's too risky. All right, guys.
It was spot on. It was spot on. I'm sorry. What would Calvin Phillips do?
Guys,
play it backwards.
I'm sorry.
No, sideways.
But I got a jet. I have to get the Deutsch course. I thank you so much for having me on the show today, Mick. Thank you guys for joining us today. But I got a jet. That was a great video, though. I have to watch it again.
Funny. I can share it with you guys. Listen, thank you, Mark, for coming in, and all the beautiful people. Thank you for tuning in this Monday. Enjoy. In 15 minutes, we have Euros coming in. Please, guys, do not forget to smash that like button, please, in retrospective. Leave your comments as well. If you watch this video, let us know your thoughts and feelings, because at the end of the day, I love reading what you have to say, and I'd like to reply or give you my love heart and thumbs up. At the end of the day, 1st of July is open, and looks like we are doing a madness. We look like we're doing strides. We looks like we're going to get in at minimum 2 players before we go on tour. This has been Mick Ruby with Mark Nurse as well. M&M's in the house. This has been the MUFC Realist TV Transfer Corner. Thank you for watching. Have a good night, and see you to the next one. Glory, glory, Manchester United. And remember, peace, love, and go banana. Ciao.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow us on the socials.